And then I'll know we're live when it pops up on my Facebook page. So let me go here. For anybody that can see us right now, welcome. Here we are. Okay, so we are live.
Great.
Welcome. This is Gervias Wright and special guest Lou Martin with Share Your Light Sunday and Lightwork 101. I want to welcome everyone. We're going to give folks a few minutes to come in, and this is our scheduled broadcast. So if you are joining us now or just getting the notification, welcome, and we're so grateful that you're joining us this evening. We're going to try to keep this to about an hour. And we already have a couple of people joining us. Hi, Amy Payne. Yay, Amy's here. Joanna Maria, hi. We're gonna get about 20 people joining us. I'm gonna go ahead and go on my phone and invite some friends. And then we're gonna start off with a prayer, okay?
Yeah.
All right, so you guys hang in there with us.
What fun. This is great.
I know. This is awesome. Okay, so I don't see this is our first time. Well, it's actually our second doing this split screen. And I'm looking for the spot where we can invite. I can see where it says, let's see, check in, tag friends.
Well, of course, we'll replay it on Facebook after it's over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to create an audience is what I wanted to do. So let me just tag some friends and see if that's the way to do it. I'm not really sure. I have to get with my good friend Todd Medina. He's an old hand at this right now.
Okay.
But let me just do that. Tag about 12 people, 9 people.
Okay.
Let me tag a few more.
I'm in my kitchen with the gas lit.
Okay. Okay, awesome. Well, some more people have joined us. Christina, Amy, Joanna, Bonnie, awesome. Okay.
Great.
Since we are going to go ahead and rebroadcast this, let's go ahead and start our prayer. Would you mind leading it?
Sure, great. Pleasure. Thanks, Gervais. So we'll just close our eyes, turn within, take a deep breath. Father, Mother God, indwelling Holy Presence, Lord God Almighty, we call forth the love and light of all that is, as Gervais and myself and everyone who would listen to this prayer and this message here today. In divine timing, we call forth everyone who's looking for greater clarity, hope, and inspiration in their lives. And we ask to be of loving service, to be empowering and inspiring and uplifting to our brothers and sisters in this moment and going forward. We bless this time together and all the wonders of technology that allow these things to take place. And we're so grateful for those people that are drawn to Gervais, her energy, her wonderful loving energy. And I'm so grateful to connect with people here to be of loving service. We declare and decree that we are clear and open channels for the love intelligence that governs the universe to come forth and through us to empower and uplift everyone who hears this message tonight. For this and more than words can say, we're grateful, grateful, grateful. We let it be. It is so, and so it is. Amen.
And so it is. Thank you so much. And I just want to tag on to that and just express my gratitude to all of the faithful people that follow the Lightwork messages and lift me up and give me the confirmation every day that Spirit is working through me and what they're hearing is just what they needed for the day. And that means so much to me. I'm also so grateful for you, Lou. So for those folks who are wondering who this amazing gentleman is and why he is a special guest on Share Your Light Sunday today. I ran across Lou and his morning prayer, which was actually in the evening. Is it in the evening time? No, you're 6 hours ahead of me, right?
Right.
Okay, so I think I ran across it late in the evening,
Yeah.
and he was doing morning prayer. He's in Ireland.
Yeah.
And I was just so drawn in by his light and his love and his propensity to, light workers are like that. We really have a passion for pointing to the light in all others. And he has a whole host of folks that he consults and that he reads and that he interacts with on a regular basis. Lifts them up and promotes them. And as you all know, that I have really found a great joy and passion in these interviews. I've only done a few, and I'm so excited to do these because one of my fabulous passions that I didn't even realize I had was lifting up and promoting other light workers. And in doing that, I'm providing a forum not only for the light workers and all of the wonderful things that they're doing, but also too with the folks that follow me, in that it just enhances and embellishes everything that I do, and I provide them an added service, an added layer of resources from which they can pull from.
Right.
So tell us a little bit about you. Oh, wait a minute, before we do that, so let me go on to continue. So I ran across your morning prayer, and I was so taken in. And then later you had an interview with Poppy.
Right.
What's Poppy's last name?
Sprague.
Poppy Sprague, that's right,
Right.
Poppy Sprague. And she's agreed to do an interview with me. I'm so excited to meet with her and talk to her about that. And then I also ran across another friend that you have. Last name is Spring. And
Raquel.
Raquel, what a beautiful spirit. Oh my goodness. So I'm talking back and forth with her. Hopefully we're going to get her on Share Your Light Sunday as well.
Good.
I'm just, when you decide that you're going to follow your passion, the universe just all of a sudden starts blessing you and throwing all these people. It's all these synchronicities and throwing all these people across your path, just like you've been a part of my path. So I couldn't wait to contact you. Daisy?
Thank you.
No. Come here.
Daisy's excited
little
too.
tiny interruptions with the baby.
Yeah, that's good.
That's okay.
That's how we know that's how we know it's real.
I couldn't wait to reach out to you, and I did. No, please, honey. And so last week, you did an amazing channeling with me, and I have to say, most of my followers know that I come from a pretty traumatic childhood, and so that stuff pops up. I've never had any counseling or therapy or anything like that, and my therapy is my light work. But Spirit also now is guiding me to reach out to folks like yourself. Okay. And so when you did this channeling for me, it opened up a place in my heart that I had really closed off. And when you asked me that specific question, was I able to cry?
Yeah.
And what was the other question? It was really significant. Was I able to cry? Oh, and what I did with my feelings when I wanted to cry, or when I was disappointed or let down or whatever. And my answer was, I stuff.
Sure.
I usually stuff because I don't, you don't want to feel pain.
Right.
You don't want to feel that stuff. And so, like I said, usually, with my light work, the universe has really blessed me in the light work that it keeps me positive. It keeps me from that natural propensity. When you have PTSD, it keeps you, you have a natural propensity to depression. And it's easy to just go down that rabbit hole, especially if you're stuffing.
Sure.
So, but, my spirit is ready to love deeper.
Right.
myself, but also too, when you're thinking about the possibility of getting into relationships, which
Yeah.
I am
Yeah. Sure.
hopefully, one
Sure.
day. And
Sure.
so when you're dancing around that possibility, you want to bring the most of yourself to the table. I mean, the other person is deserving of that, and you're only going to attract people who are doing the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you helping me open up that part in me, and to be able to feel that, and to be able to have, shed a tear, and give myself permission to do that. I
Yeah.
just really am so very grateful for
Oh,
that.
well, you're very welcome, my friend. Yeah. I mean, bless your heart, Gervais. You have had an extraordinary life, my dear, and really, it's whenever I get to work with people one on one, as you and I have done here, it's really a sacred space, and my guides say safe, love, and supported. Those are the three emotional needs that all of us must have. And when we can create that moment together, like we're building here right now, which is wonderful, then, people do open up because everyone wants to heal. No one wants to stay in
Exactly.
pain and fear.
And I just want to say for the folks listening, I felt very comfortable in that, because I knew that it was more than just another human being on the other end. I knew that I was getting all of the love and all of the support from the universe, that this was
Yeah.
an actual channeling,
Yeah.
and of spirit, of your guides. And speaking of which, during that channeling, and I haven't talked to you about this since then, but you
Okay.
mentioned the seven stars,
Yes, the
or
Pleiades.
seven lights that came in during that
Right.
channeling. Can you talk to us about that a little bit, and what that was?
Sure, sure. Well, yeah, sure. When I first opened a channel 25 years ago, I'd studied, taken a class in channeling, from a wonderful teacher named Cheryl Taylor in Los Angeles. And then I went to another teacher for a reading named Susan Drew. And Susan kind of held my hands and sent the energy into me and activated me. And she said, now you'll start channeling the Pleiadians. So made sense to me, sounded good to me. So, but it's kind of evolved over the last several years. I just feel like I'm really, as you do, I can feel that energy come in, and I know it's more than me.
Yes.
So I call it my higher self, but I do work with the seven stars as a way to, ground that higher energy. So, with spirit, Gervais, it's never just one thing or another. It's always a blending and, a coming together of different energies. So,
Sure, it's our collective consciousness, our higher consciousness.
exactly. And your guides, my guides, whoever is able to be of service. So I'm still learning about it every day, and it's quite humbling and healing
It's been
for me every
25
time I
years.
do it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I love it.
yeah, yeah. So that's what I know so far. It's the higher self and some extra help there.
Okay, wwonderful.
Yeah,
So how
yeah,
did you know? Let's take a look at some of the, let me take a look at just some of the comments so I don't leave anybody out here.
sure.
Maria came in and said hello. Melanie Cote, hello. Teresa, thanks for sharing. Let's see, Christina Gilbreth. Okay, so we've got a little bit of an audience. Thank you so much for joining us. And I hope we're not, last time I did this, there was a little bit of delay. So I'm hoping there's not going to be any delay. And I'll look on my phone as well for comments. But what we'd like to offer everyone this evening is a little bit of your multi-talented channeling and some of your card readings. So if
Sure.
anyone's interested in that, but also too, could you give me a little bit of information on your card deck and what the name of it is and how you were drawn to that?
Sure. Well, we started with a prayer, which is great. Can I give you a poem here as well from my guides?
Yes, please.
Okay, because you mentioned the shift,
The
and I
shift,
have,
right?
right. So I have one ebook that's available on my site, loumartin.eu. It's called The Invitation, and the second volume I'm working on right now is called The Shift, and this will set the tone for us for this evening. Is that okay?
Perfect. Yes, thank you.
All right, hon. You're welcome. So here we go. The shift is moving from fear to love, is taking your power back, is finding your center no matter what, is using your mind in service to your heart, is surrendering yourself, small s, to yourself, large S, is taking time and making space for peace as often and as deeply as possible, is trusting in source as self, is opening to the heart of infinite possibilities, is loving and being loved and letting love guide you. That's my favorite there. Is listening to is listening to the whispers in the silence and the stillness. Is finding nature in your own time and timelessness. Is allowing the universe to make the first move. Is believing in what you sense is true for you is real, more real than you can know. Is feeling so glad to be you here now.
That is so beautiful. I absolutely love that. And so
Thank you,
this is this is basically the shift, is the awakening of
Yes.
our spirit and our connection, recognizing that we are spirits of light and
Right.
connecting to our higher selves.
Yes. My guides, the quote is, we're spiritual beings having a human experience.
Absolutely. So, I've had people say, what is a light worker? And everybody has, there's different definitions, and some people that I've talked to have said, oh, I don't know about that light work stuff. That's not for me, or that's woo woo, or it might clash with my faith or my religion. Can you speak a little bit to your understanding of light work and what it means for you in your life, in your practice?
Sure, happily. The definition from my guides is to be a light worker is to use your imagination and emotion to create the reality that you desire to experience. So it's pretty simple, and we do it, unconsciously most of our lives. But for you and I and people who'd be listening to us here who are on this path of awakening, we have, my guides say, we have a foot in each world. So we have a foot in the new world, which is often called the new earth or the fifth dimension. And then we still have a foot in the old world of duality and 3D and all of that. And so to be a light worker is to, work deliberately, throughout the day to really tune into our spiritual guidance. And and the best way to do that is to come back to peace. My guides say that is the presence of infinite possibilities. So if we can,
you have to be still your spirit and quiet your mind, because
that's right.
When we allow and for me, I think it's fear. I think so much of the stumbling blocks that we experience in our life is we buy into the fear, and a lot of times that's that, as Oprah says, the chattering monkey in your mind, and it's always chattering and trying to evaluate and make sense of the world around us, and we're kind of programmed to be fearful within our religion, with the media. I don't watch the news anymore, and people don't think that's a very smart thing to do. Well, you need to stay well informed. Well, spirit informs me.
Exactly. That's right. That's right.
The collective consciousness informs me. And not the programming that we get on TV, because that's not real. I mean, it's just not real. It's other people's projected fear and illusions, and I don't buy into it.
Yeah, no, it's a very limited view of reality, and it has an agenda. And as you said, it's usually to keep us feeling powerless and fearful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I know that you take light work to another level, as I do as well, and not just connecting with the spirit and the light within us, but in feeling a responsibility to raising the vibration of all that is, of our collective consciousness, so that we can be what we imagine. We can realize what we imagine in our world, and that means bringing everyone else along with us. And so that's why we do things like as such we do that, you with your channeling and your readings and, your interviews and my lightwork messages. And for me, that's like the main driving point that I really focus on it. But for you as well is, it makes me sit back and remember that I have to start with me first.
Yeah.
Because if I look around and nobody's following, it's because I haven't done my work and I haven't started with me first. And that's an every morning thing. And that's why I'm so impressed and so taken in by your morning prayers.
Thank you.
So we just came full circle. I love it.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah. Well, inspiration is the voice of spirit, Gervais. That's the way my guides put it to me. And you said that beautifully, my dear. I feel like my purpose is to find and follow my heart, and I do that through listening for inspiration. And when we can, as you said, to detach and to get centered and to come back to stillness and feel safe, loved, and supported, that brings us back to that space of peace, and then inspiration can find us. If we're thinking too much or worried too much, it's too different from the vibration of spirit. See, my first book is called The Invitation because spirit never violates our free will. We must invite spirit back into our experience. And the more we meditate, pray, keep a journal, find and follow our inspiration, the more we're making this conscious inner journey, and the more the grace shows up in our lives.
Absolutely. Yeah. Always coming back to center, because when I come back to center, gosh knows, things come across and it's like that instantaneous, right? I mean, life just happens.
Yeah.
And a lot of it we pull in, right?
All of it. All of it
we pull in.
Yes.
And those folks, that's why we have to be really careful what we're pulling in, because, the folks that we're pulling in are vibrating and they're reflecting back to us what we're pulling in.
Right.
So that's a good reflection of, where we're at. It's a good barometer for where we're at. Take a look at, what's going on in the lives of the folks around us and those who we're drawing to us.
Yes. And how we can work within ourselves to be, as you said, more loving, more trusting, more accepting, more forgiving, more compassionate, kinder, all of those heart energies. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Good. I think we've laid a good foundation.
Absolutely.
So, work your magic, my buddy.
Okay. Well, what would you like me to do you want me to do readings for people who are online here, to do some cards?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and open it up and offer readings, channeling, wherever spirit leads you. Sure. We'll wait for folks to ask. We have a pretty good group of folks watching us right now. Angie Parker, Ruth Yanis, Roman is watching, Chris Riley, April Leach Greer. Hi, April. Kim Dillon, Barbara De La Fuente, Pat. Hi, Pat. Sharif Ramadan, Joanna Maria, Melanie Cote. Oh, Leslie, the awakened dentist. Oh,
great.
Hope we can get an interview with you, dear. She's got a book coming out. I would like to help promote her book coming out. It's called Rise.
I saw that.
Yeah. I'm really excited. So thank you for joining us, Leslie, Maria, Melanie. So here we go. Okay, so Amy Payne is interested.
Yeah, okay. So Amy, do you have a question or something you want particularly to work on? We start with that, or will I just draw a card for her?
Well, let's just see if she'll respond. She'll respond. Okay. So let's just wait. Kim says, awesome. So Amy, let's give her a minute to think about it. Tanya, my daughter, just popped in.
Hey, Tanya.
Popped in. So nice. Tanya, we'll put you in after Amy.
I'll tell you what. Let me do this, Gervais. I've just got I got 4 cards here. This is for everyone. Okay.
Okay. So Amy's okay. So we got your okay. And Amy says in response, draw a card, please. So
okay.
She doesn't want to ask a
Right. So I'll do that, but I'm going to do the 4 cards here for everyone on the call here today. Okay.
Perfect.
All right. So the first one is dreams. Okay. Um, I'll just do these and then we'll do the meaning. Second is focus. Brilliant. Third is divine timing. I love that. Right. And the overall is trust. Okay. So I'll work backward. So trust is everything. And what we trust, who we trust, how deeply we trust, when trust is well placed, when trust is not really deserved, or when trust is broken. Everything is basically about trust. So,
Exactly.
right, so that people are feeling your intention, my intention, and we're maybe a little half step above some people on the mountain. They're a half step above us, but trust is we have a common agreement. Conscious relationships are based on conscious agreements where promises are met. Unconscious relationships are based on hidden agendas where agreements are not met, and there's no rebuilding there of that trust. All right, so trust is what this is all about here today. So the more we trust ourselves, the more we're able to extend that trust out into our life.
Absolutely.
Okay. Divine timing is what has happened up until now for everyone here on the call was necessary in order for what's next to be possible. Okay. So if you feel in your life like, when is things going to change, or when am I going to be ready for what I want to do or whatever, this is that time. The energy of yes, the energy of 2017 has been the energy of a 1, right? 2 and 1 is 3, and 7 is 10. 1 and 0, 10 is a 1. So it's been about self, re-qualifying our relationship to ourself, healing the dark shadows, cleaning up the dark corners, purifying, forgiving, letting go, surrendering, all of that. So we're divinely timed now for a big movement out into the world. Yes, to get back into the world in a new way. So the heart of the reading here for everyone is focus. So that is, thought flows, energy goes where thought flows. What you think about, you bring about. What you feel, you reveal. So it's just, as Abraham says, you can't focus on the absence of something and manifest its presence. You can't stay focused on the question and find the answer or the problem and the solution. So we're really being asked to be very disciplined with our thinking, not like a computer or robot, but just, do I feel good about the thoughts that I'm thinking right now? Then that's okay. Am I in fear or confusion? I don't want to stay there for very long, right? So we're the AT, we're on the cutting edge of.
Absolutely. So in focus, first off, we have to be aware of what we're thinking, right?
That's how you feel. You know if your thinking is aligned to source or not by how you feel in any given moment. Right.
But we have to be paying attention.
Of course.
Okay. And then when we want to manifest quicker, that's the idea of manifestation, right? Not having to wait too long. So you want to manifest quicker, you focus.
Yes, you become deliberate creator. You become a cooperative component. You focus on what you want. Even here's the secret, as Abraham says, the most powerful energy that we generate are the thoughts that we think about that we have a lot of emotion behind. So if Wayne Dyer has said this as well. If we're very frightened about something, that's very magnetic to what we don't want. But if we're grateful about something, or we're hopeful about something, much more positive, obviously. So you want to focus on what you expect to manifest, that you want to be grateful for in advance.
That's why they say focus on what you want and not on what you don't want. Because when you're focused on what you don't want, you're just going to get more of that, because that's where all the emotion, the intention is going to.
That's right. And that's right, sweetheart. And as you said about referring to our session, this is what forgiveness is so helpful to allow us to release. If we can forgive ourselves and each other for the pain and fear of the past, then we can let it go. You see, and then truly be available to focus in the present, and for the present to be different from the past, or the future to be different from the past. Okay, and the final one here is dreams. And of course, this is the time of the visionaries, and the world needs us to be dreaming big dreams and believing in our dreams, which is an extension of believing in ourself, and an extension of also believing in our worth, that we are worthy and deserving of being happy, joyous, and free. Okay, so here's for Amy, I think it was?
Yes, Amy Payne.
Okay, so Amy Payne, here's your card, hon. It's intention. So it's just a continuation of what we're saying in a similar way about focus, which is, for me, when I want to be a speed manifestation up, I work with affirmations. Louise Hay and Catherine Ponder and Joseph Murphy. There's many wonderful people out there, Steve Nobel. So to speak something out loud, to pray affirmatively, like I learned from Michael Beckwith at Agape there, they have 5 steps of, like the prayer that we did at the beginning. It's very simple. It's 5 steps. There's one power. We unite with it. Its will for us is always good. We give thanks knowing it, and we let it be. So all of our prayers, all of the affirmative prayers have those 5 steps. When you're intending something, Amy, be grateful, knowing that it is coming to you, knowing that you deserve it, speaking the words of what you want. Don't feed the negative energy of I don't know and confusion, fear, because that slows it all down. So I'm sure you're doing a great job. Those are just reminders of what your heart already knows.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for that. I hope that was helpful, Amy. And then my daughter, Tanya.
Okay.
So Tanya, let's pull one for Tanya.
Okay. Is she okay with that?
Yes, she said please.
Okay, well, brace yourself, Tanya. It's the adult dose here for you, my dear friend. It's forgiveness. We're just talking about. And what I've learned is that there are these 3 common misunderstandings about forgiveness. When we forgive, you're welcome, Amy. When we forgive others, basically forgiveness is always about forgiving ourselves. Because when we can forgive ourselves, then we're taking our power back from the situation. And if we're judging, I'm a big student of the Course in Miracles, a fan of the Course and Marianne Williamson. If we're judging, we're resisting, we're fearing, we're controlling. See, the opposite of trust is control. And if I get stuck in fear and drama and pain and struggle and who was right and who was wrong and what's okay and what isn't okay, that's all fine. That's perfectly normal. That's natural and human. But to get free is to say, I take responsibility for my part of this, and I forgive myself for creating something that was less than what I really realize I truly want to experience. Mm-hmm. And then you're free again. There's also the wonderful technique of Ho'oponopono.
Yes.
Right. I'm sorry. I love you. Please forgive me and thank you. So whatever you do, and my guides say, anything that opens your heart, quiets your mind, and awakens your spirit. So whatever we do to open the heart is going to help us to come back to feeling good. Forgiveness is a gift. We give it to ourselves. Okay, Tanya, all the best.
Beautiful. I hope that was helpful, Tanya. And so we also had Kim Dillon, who said, awesome. Now, Kim, does that mean you'd like a card pulled for you, dear? Laura Jean McDonald McKenzie says she loves the Ankh in the background, Gervais. She has it tattooed on her arm. Beautiful. I'm just trying to see if anyone else asked for a card.
Sure. Well, I'll start channeling here because I think, yes, please. Okay. Kim's giving me a reprieve for 1 minute here. That's good, Kim. Thanks. All right. I'll move the glasses back on. Yeah, I mean, when I do sessions, as you know, Gervais, I do a card reading first because that shows us what the energies are. Okay, Sam. And then I do the channeling. This is for Kim. You're next, Sam. Kim gets the Miracles card. That's wonderful. Yeah. Right. And is that Kim from Om Nation? I didn't notice. My friend down there in Austin. Kim B. Balstead.
Let me take a look.
Sure,
Kim Dillon.
sure.
No, this is Kim
Oh,
Dillon.
okay. Different Kim. All right. New Kim in my life. Wonderful.
Kim Dillon
Uh,
said, yes, please.
yes, very good. Okay. So, of course, we all love miracles, and miracles is when miracles, according to the Course, is the natural flow of our loving energy. And
Mhm.
if miracles are not happening, then something's gone wrong. When we're in the flow with who we really are, as you said, things happen instantly. Things happen for better than excuse me, better than we can imagine possible. So miracles is we're living that joyous reality that Source holds for us in our spirit,
We're
without
claiming it,
condition. Yes,
giving thanks for it
we're,
already
accept,
before we
we're
even see it.
accepting it. Exactly, we're accepting it. We're accepting it. Miracles is gorgeous. So that's brilliant, Kim. You're doing great work. You're in tune. And Sam was the next one here. Sam, my friend, we have surrender and release for you. Okay, which is also good. Yes, everyone wants to go to heaven. Nobody wants to die, right? You ever hear that one? Surrender and release is I release and I let go. This is our song from the Agape Church. I don't have to control it. I don't have to figure it out. I don't have to worry about right or wrong. I just give it to God and I let God show me what the next step is in the situation. Okay?
Perfect.
Okay. All right. Great. All right. So I'm going to channel here, Gervais, and then if people have questions while I'm channeling, then or for my guides, then we can chat with them. Or honestly, what might be even easier, since you know this actually, is why don't you and I have a bit of a chat while I'm channeling? Would that be all
I would
right?
love that.
Yeah,
Okay, yes.
I think that makes more sense.
Okay.
'Cause,
Can we just set this up a little bit because we might have some folks who would pop
sure,
on
sure,
and not really understand what channeling
sure,
is
sure.
and how that works for you.
You bet.
And so can you give us a little bit of background, a little bit of
Sure.
channeling 101?
Absolutely, absolutely. My pleasure. So, channeling is a skill that anyone can learn to do. And we're all channeling some aspect of ourself throughout the day, the happy Lou, the sad Lou, the wealthy Lou, the poor Lou, whatever, 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 right? And so, that's the personality and the ego. What happens when we channel our higher self and spirit is we get the mind out of the way and we open up and let the higher mind, the higher self, our soul and spirit turn up the volume, turn up the energy inside of us. And every time I channel, I'm lifted up by it, and the people I work with are lifted up by it. So I know that there's something else working through me, and it's a bit of grace, and it's very simple. I'm still present while I'm channeling. I'm a conscious channel rather than a trance channel, so I can hear what I'm saying, etc. But it's a little shift in the focus of how I talk and things like that.
Beautiful. Thank you. That was awesome.
You're welcome.
So
You're
it's nothing
welcome.
woo-woo. There's nothing woo-woo about it. There's nothing too esoteric about it. It's basically, as he said, it's just turning down the 3D and turning up the 5D.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm sure we've all had many experiences with connecting with our guides. This is just another way to invite more intimacy, just like doing a
Mm-hmm.
card. That's why the
Mm-hmm.
cards are a nice bridge, because
Mm-hmm.
they show us that there is a message here. Yeah, there's clarity. Okay.
Okay.
All right, my friend. So go ahead and for yourself here and everyone listening, go ahead and close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Right, dear friends, here we go. Quick and easy. No problem. Yeah, Gervais, what a beautiful energy here. And yes, hello and welcome to everyone who's here. Dear ones, we're going to bring 7 stars that represent our vibration through your mind's eye here, spiral down through time and space, touch the crown of your head, take a deep breath. There you go. Relax and release. Relax and release. Relax and release. Down the crown, third eye, throat, heart center. Take another deep breath. Relax and release. Relax and release. Relax, release, dear friends, down the will, the sacral, the root, the hips, the legs, the feet, down into Mother Earth. Take another good breath. Relax and release all the way down, down, down to Mother Earth. So, dear ones, you're like a pillar of light. Yeah, you have the pillar of light lit up around you. And within that space of light, dear friends, let us bring a lot of love, all the love in the universe, all the love that your heart desires. Take a breath into the heart. To know, dear ones, that you are safe, loved, and supported, and all is truly well for you. Yeah, it takes great vulnerability, great courage, and great trust, truly. But this is a moment to attune yourself back into the truth that really does set your spirit free. Take a deep breath. Oh, and let go of anything and everything that would trouble your mind or disturb your peace, dear friends, and let yourself be a wave of light, a wave of love, radiating out into your space, dear friends, into your home, into where you're sitting there, perhaps in a car, dear friends, or somewhere outside. Take a deep breath. And just be that radiating light of peace and love, of healing for yourself, for your loved ones, for your world. Everything is working together for good. All is well for you. You can, you are, you will learn to trust that inner guidance, that inner voice easily, effortlessly. Take another deep breath. And dear friends, finally just give thanks for this moment, a moment of remembering that you are a spiritual being having a human experience. Dear friends, the heart does know what the mind struggles to believe. And on this journey, yeah, and in this time of awakening and healing, dear friends, you have been called. That's why you're responding to these energies. We love you. You are never alone, dear friends. You are safe, loved, and supported. And it is our pleasure and our honor to be here with you whenever you call. Yeah, take another deep breath. And dear friends, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks. Gratitude is the attitude of freedom, joy, happiness, health, success, and love. We love you so. All right. Yeah. Let it go. Come back into this time and place whenever you're ready. You can open your eyes if you choose to, or keep them closed to be just in a nice, relaxed state. And Gervais, dear lady, we're going to give you, our full attention here. If you want to chat or ask a question, yeah, hello, hello again. Yeah.
I feel so light.
It's wonderful to love and be loved.
Yes, it really is. It really
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. Bless you.
So I, I guess
Yeah.
what's on my heart and my mind
Yes.
mostly these days is getting my book out, getting my proposal started for Hay House, and
Yeah.
having that ready for submission by the due date in April.
Well, you're the divine timing card right there, dear friend.
Yes,
Hello.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. And I lost, and it's probably a good thing, but I lost the beginning to my book. Now I have all the
Yeah.
meat and potatoes because the meat and potatoes is the light work. It's the light work messages.
Yeah.
So I have those, but I already started it. I had designed the cover, and I
Yeah.
was starting the foreword and the introduction, and my computer died, and
Yeah.
silly me didn't back it up.
Well, dear friend, there's another forgiveness opportunity right there. Congratulations.
I
Yeah,
don't even think I have
you and
anything to
Tanya.
forgive. I so believe that everything happens for a reason.
We
And
agree.
so what I'm really wanting to um, pull in is my
Yeah.
guides. And I'm not familiar with I haven't identified any angels. I haven't identified any guides.
Yeah.
Um, I have, I think, consciously and subconsciously been asking the universe for a few mentors. And I
Right.
think I'm feeling their energy
Yeah.
coming in.
Well, here we are, dear
Um,
friend. Yeah.
yes, I do feel their energy coming in. So
Yeah.
I guess really what I'm wanting is just to be able to identify what I'm asking for, and to um, have a more concrete, in some way, have it be a little more concrete go
Right.
to in getting this book started. And obviously how I started it prior
Yeah.
wasn't really when you lose something, I experience it at least once a month. I'll start a light work message and I'll start it on Facebook, and for whatever reason, Facebook shuts down and there goes my message. And it's always right at the end, right? So then it just tells me, well, you know what, that wasn't the message for today.
Right.
And so I stopped getting upset about it. Because, before it was like my baby. I was just like right ready to birth this baby.
Yeah.
Out every morning, and so the baby doesn't get birthed sometimes. And the same thing with this book, it didn't get birthed, and it happened for a reason. I'm quite sure.
We agree.
So,
yeah. Different.
I purchased a new computer over the weekend. I just got it set up. I'm so excited. I'm on it right now. It's a beautiful 17-inch. It's got a terabyte of memory.
All set.
Gigabyte, and I'm not even sure what all that stuff is.
Nor are we, dear friend. We promise you. Yeah, very good.
Yeah. But I'm excited, and so for me, it's just about that. And then I think my feed is a little slow. I was looking to see if other people were popping in and wanting to.
Right. So, Gervais, can we speak to what you've said here so far? You've given us a lot to work with. All right, dear friend.
I'm just all over the place. You can reel me back in.
Well, okay then, if you say so, dear friend. We won't argue with that either. Bless your heart. Yeah. Well, you see, dear friend, truly, dear one, you're doing great. The first issue there about the clarity of who your guides are, and can you have a phone number and an address, dear friend? Bless you. Yeah, a name, something.
Yeah, we all want that, right?
Dear friend, it's, you see, being human, you want that. But your spirit is not bothered by that. We promise you. So, you see, you're never alone. You're never separate from your guides. But when the head gets too busy, think, and figure, and where is it, and why isn't it, and why doesn't it, and why won't it, and all of that.
You get caught up in the cursed house, is what you're saying.
Right, dear friend. You put the cart before the horse, you see.
Mike Dooley has that little phrase, get caught up in the cursed house.
Yeah. So, dear friend, we want you, you're doing fine, you're doing beautifully, and everyone here celebrates your growth, your awakening, your service, all of that. You're doing great. So the message, of course, is to enjoy the journey.
Yes. I forget that. Yes, you're absolutely right about that.
Yeah, we get a lot of help over here at Gervais. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. So you're welcome, dear friends. So you see, that's why we say the cart before the horse. This is very common, that people want proof or want results or want to figure it out and then have proof and results. But you see, the great dance here for all of us with you is that it is 2 steps up and 1 step back. So to be in the moment is to enjoy the journey. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Thank
and as
you, reminder.
You're welcome, dear friend. And you see, as you're enjoying the journey, Spirit can get ever so close to you. Your inspiration, your messages, your channeling, all of that. Everyone who's listening, all of that. And then it will flow, and you will feel good about the process and good about the outcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And it is very humbling, yeah. And dear friend, you see, to be in the flow of life is to be trusting. That's the card here for everyone today. Wonderful. And trusting is when I take time and make space to come back to peace, then that peace can inform the actions and the thoughts and feelings that I generate. So that comes from a place of inspiration, you see.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Your friend. We like to. The joke here is it's choosing between inspiration versus desperation. Dear friend.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And I want to remain in that inspiration and not that desperation.
Right, dear friends.
When I get in that desperation, then I start feeding the fear.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
And all right. So you see, that's where for you and Tanya and the channel and everyone, forgiveness is so good. To come back to slow down. I'm okay. All is well. I let this go. Surrender and release. You understand, and then see what changes. You see, when you let go of something, see your plans are fine. They're wonderful. Yeah. But when you feel you're pushing too much or things are not flowing, then it forces you, you see, God love you, to take a step back and take a deep breath. So you're just being invited to do that more consciously so that you don't have to get backed into it any longer.
Yes.
Okay.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you.
I know that I appreciate that so much.
You're welcome.
Because it just rings so true for me here, is
Yeah, dear friend.
remembering to enjoy the journey, and I really do enjoy the journey,
Most of the time, bless
obviously.
your heart, we agree with you. Yes, dear friend. More and more is the good news. Yeah.
Absolutely,
Very good.
absolutely. So
Very good.
I'm looking back through the feed, and somebody
Yeah.
mentioned that maybe my feed is slower.
All right.
Maybe it is slow, or I'm not able to see the whole feed
Yeah.
of folks commenting. So I apologize that if you are trying to get in and trying to, you can also text me, or I'll just put my number out there because I do every week anyway. It's 815-644-8351. Please send me a text. I want to throw out Melanie Cote because I know that she's still following us.
Yeah.
And would you mind pulling a card for her or doing a?
Well, we're just going to stay with the channeling here till now to the end of the session, if you don't mind. Yeah,
Okay,
rather
no
than
problem.
in and out of trance. Yeah, that'd be much easier. But dear friend
Okay.
wants to say, yeah, the final thing here. Yeah, there's the battery. The final thing here is that your connection to your guides comes through letting go of feeling separate from us.
Ah,
And so you
yeah.
see, yeah,
And
dear friend.
the light work, I'm always saying, talking about our illusion that we have separation. I need to practice some of that myself.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
not forget.
practice.
Absolutely. Thank
Very
you.
good. You're welcome.
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
there is no degree of separation.
Well, dear friend, that's the mind. That's the mind and the body that believes in the illusions of separation, that believes the ego believes that you can be separate. And that's
Mm-hmm.
the source of all pain and all fear.
Mm-hmm. And this really
So,
speaks to the message that I put out today, in that part of being a light worker is that we are going through our own shadows as an example to others to do the same. And so this is part of our shadow self. My shadow self is forgetting and following into the illusion that there is that separation.
yeah, yeah. Dear friend, the channel's laptop here, the battery is coming to the end here. So we just want to, with your permission, yeah, we're going to wrap it up here, dear friend, if you don't mind. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All
So,
right.
yeah, so let's have everyone take a deep breath once again here. We don't want to lose you before we finish up. Closing eyes, turning within. Dear friends, yeah, above and below, left and right, before, behind, within and all around. Let your hearts be grateful in this time of celebration, Thanksgiving, all of that, wonderful. And be grateful for yourself, for all that you've overcome, all that you understand, and all the dreams and desires that you are yet to experience. Dear friends, life is always at the very beginning. No matter what the world looks like or your experiences look like, you begin anew every day. We love you unconditionally, and we are here with you at all times. When you know that you are safe, loved, and supported, we can bring you those words of inspiration, those ideas, those connections, and you will know again that everything works together for good. Dear friends, peace and blessings. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you so much.
Sure, you're welcome. You're welcome. My pleasure. Yeah, no, I ran down to the kitchen here without the plug, so I think
Okay.
we just made it.
And
I
we
hope.
are
Yeah.
just at about an hour, and that's what we
Okay.
promised everyone. So thank you so much. Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
hon.
What
Thank
a
you.
pleasure.
If people want to connect with me, they can go to loumartin.eu, right? That's my website, or find me on Facebook, or go to Awakened Spirits Network on Facebook.
And you have a YouTube channel as well, correct?
Yes, that's right. That's right. And I also have a WordPress called earthheartjournal.wordpress.com.
Beautiful. Thank you again, Lou. And thank you for
Thanks,
all
sweetheart.
those who joined us this evening. Bless you. Let your light shine, and always, always, always point to the light in all others. Namaste.